Good morning. Good morning. This is Lori from the Paint Girly channel. And today I thought I might cover some books, some journals, if you will, or potential journals. And I think I want to use fabric for the most part. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I just haven't done it. So welcome to my channel. And I was thinking about well, the lives are different than a standalone video. So I generally change the name of my live once it populates and I do my thumbnail because sometimes you just don't know what direction your live is going to go in. And I've been thinking about covering a journal with a tea towel. So I don't know if I'll do that today or not. I thought I had some empty, and I know I do, okay, some empty book covers. Well, where I've taken the block out. Good morning, Gail. Okay, tell Dad hi. And Gail said that she's got her computer muted. She's having a chat with her dad this morning, which is wonderful. So I'm not sure if I'll get to the tea towel, but this book here is my napkin journal. Where I do collage in here with basically a napkin as the substrate. Okay. But it's just, I got this, I think, at Five Below for $5 or something. I've had it a while. I've been wanting to cover it. I just haven't done it. But it had that little bit of a glossy texture. So I just took an emery board and scuffed that up a little bit. And I think I do want to cover that with fabric. So I'm going to wait to see if a few more might pop in and show you what I found at Goodwill. I got a few things at Goodwill. I'm just going to show you the fabric that I got. And I like to get a good deal. Good morning, Marty. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. So I just sanded this down with an emery board, and just to take off a little bit of that glossy gloss. And now I'm just wiping that dust up with a... Okay, she's unmuted. Having a chat with Dad. That's wonderful, Gail. All right. So I hope everyone's doing well. Marty's here. We got a few others here. So I tend to overbuy. That may be a shock to some of you. To some of you, not so much a shock. But sometimes when you're out and about, hey, Pam, good morning. You find things that you not necessarily think you're going to find, right? And sometimes I find these little journals for just a couple of dollars. See, but I'm not crazy about that cover. This one, these three were all bundled together, and they were marked on clearance for $2. I've got a plain one. Good morning, Kathy. I've got this little dotted. Oh, see, now I just realized these pages can tear out. See, of course, when they're bundled, you don't know that. So, of course, I'm not so crazy about that idea. I like things that are stationary. So probably what I'm going to do is not cover these now that I just discovered that. Because if I'm going to take the time to cover it and use the material to cover it. Good morning, Kathy. Two Kathys. Kathy Arbor, Kathy A, Kathy C. We need a Kathy B. So I probably am not going to cover those. But look at these little guys. I think where was I at this? For some reason, I think this was Not that it matters, Hobby Lobby. But they were originally, it was $4, which I can't imagine, down to $1.57. And it's a little travel journal. It's a great little size. It's got that little window. This is a really nice weight. But I'm wondering if I put, say, a Timmy picture in there and cover this somehow. Maybe I can do something with that. This might be a bigger project than what or I could take the staples out and stitch it together. I just thought these had some possibilities because they're so cute. They're such a nice little size, right? At least in my mind. And of course, I keep them in a little plastic bag. But here's another one of these. But this is a little larger, stapled together. But see this, you can't tear out. Well, you could tear out the pages, but it's not perforated. So I was thinking I would cover that one. And then I had picked this. Oh, here's another one that's kind of the same idea. Now this is kind of flimsy. But see, I could add to this if I wanted to, stiffen it up. Yeah, they're a great size for slipping in your purse. Absolutely. Do more of what makes you happy, and that's okay. But the cover's just so dark. I mean, I think this could look a lot cuter. So there's two that size. And, oh, here. See, this one I painted. The cover wasn't too bad. I have a second one like this. The cover really wasn't too bad. Where did I put that other one? But it's just, I mean, it's just okay. Right? Hey, Joni, good morning. And they have a nice gray tone paper, and they're stitched. And the sides aren't too, wibbly. They're kind of a little sturdier. So I started to gesso that out. But I thought that might look cute covered. Master's Touch. That's, I think that's Hobby Lobby. And then I found this at a Goodwill. Grandmother's Memories. But I just don't really like that cover. And this is padded. So I thought this might be nice covered. Because inside it's got a place where someone could, journal and keep some memories and some records, and it's all, have like the little prompts there, if you will. So that's an idea to be covered. And this one I covered the pages so they would be protected. Oops, sorry. I put the black plaid, and I guess I will have to peek in there, but see, I've got stuff in here I've already started to gather. Excuse me, now I have the hiccups. Gather and do like a farm themed journal. But I would have to see what the pages are inside so I don't do it upside down. So that's in progress. And here's a little one that I started. I put some coffee on a jelly plate and yucked up those pages, which I like. And then I covered it with a napkin. It's got a little hummingbird here. Put an edging on it here. I'll probably trim this one. So that's in progress. And then the other day, when I was rooting through and finding these things, I forgot I had done this. Some of the girls, there's been a couple of girls at the market who do this really cool dyed paper, and it kind of feels like bumpy. Oh, Kathy has laryngitis. Oh, I hope it's not painful. There's one that's painful and there's one that's not. Pharyngitis and laryngitis. I hope you're on the downside of that, Kathy. Anyway, this paper is just so cool. So I thought I'd make a journal out of it. So I put some pages together, put some lace on the end, and then when I was digging through, constant cleanup mode, digging through a box, emptying it out, I found these that I had made. And I thought, oh my goodness, wouldn't they look cute on that cover? So I'm going to glue those on today. And then I'm hoping to cover some of these other ones. So we'll just see how far we get. When I was at Goodwill, I went in looking for something in particular. Of course, now I don't remember what it was. So I found a few things. I found a Xyron. I thought it was the machine. You know those Xyron machines you can make stickers out of? I have a small one. You can't really fit too much in there. And this was a 5-inch. Well, here it was just the filler, which even still was a good deal. So I got that for, I think, $4. And to buy them new, they're, I think, $30. I know. Isn't it cute? So this needs a little repair. See, I need a little repair there. I should turn on my glue gun. And so then I went on Mercari and I did find a Xyron machine that'll fit the cartridge. Nothing like buying the cartridge first and then buying the machine. But somebody had one for $9. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with it. Barbara is in the house. Good morning, my dear one. And I'm fuzzy. Oh, thank you, Marty. So I ordered that. I was able to make an offer and get a little bit more to help with some shipping. But so I'm anxious to get that so I can, maybe make my own stickers for a few things. But anyway, I don't know what I went into Goodwill for. Maybe a binder. Didn't find that, but I found this bundle of fabric. They had two. The other package was fabric that I didn't think I would maybe use. So I decided to just get the one. This was $6. And these were, I think Walmart carries these, where they come on these little boards. Of course. I kept the boards thinking, oh, this might make a cute journal. You know how they come on these little boards? Well, a couple of the handles were really ratted up. So I cut those off, but I thought they might be cute to keep those on there and maybe make a journal out of this. I don't know if I ever will. That's a little crazy, right? Am I still fuzzy? Anyway, Kathy Carney. Hi, Kathy Carney. We have two Kathy C's. We need a Kathy B. So, of course, this is a really nice green, Christmas green. I'm not sure that I'll really ever use this. I might, especially with the grandkids, but it's a really nice cotton fabric. And then this one, again, it's John Deere, I think. It's got your tractors on it. But look at, yeah, John Deere. But look at this yummy plaid. I mean, it's beautiful. Hi, Andrea. Good morning. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I hope you're well. But that plaid is fabulous, right? Of course, there's probably not a big patch of that, but so that just kind of came in the bundle. But the last three fabrics I really was happy with. Let me show you those if I can. See, I get anal about some of this stuff, holding this stuff back up the way that it were. Look at this one. It kind of looks like a writing, like a parchment-y kind of I guess that's upside down. Polo! But that's cute, right? Of course, it's just one-sided, but that's all right. It says Love Paris, so it must have some kind of Paris stuff on there. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Sold for a non-commercial home. It's a yard of each. So I saw that and I thought, oh yeah, that I would like. You know, mind you, I went into Goodwill for one thing. I wasn't expecting to find fabric. But this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you just have to, this is what this is what my husband doesn't understand a lot of the times. I love Paris in the springtime. Yes, yes, yes. And this one is, I believe, hydrangeas. How cute is that? I love purple. I love hydrangeas. Right? So I thought that was swell. And then get a load of this one. I mean, like, get a load. Move my coffee off to the side. I'll have a sip. Safia, hello, hello. I think it's evening for Safia. Good evening, or at least afternoon. Look. How cute is this? Girls, come on. Isn't it cute? I have this butterfly in a little panel. The most beautiful and fragrant blooms. Nature study. That's definitely a hydrangea. And then look at this butterfly. It's the 3 designs. I am a woman. Why are we singing that one? Look how pretty. So for the 5 yards, it was $6. So I didn't think that was too bad of a deal. Of course, I'm not really a fabric person. I like fabric, but I don't really know prices or different all different types of fabric, you know, that kind of jazz. And all that jazz. Okay, so I went to the dentist the other day, had some dental work done. It was a horrible experience, and they ripped my mouth up. My mouth is still sore. I can't even smile. But I think Textile Envy. So sorry. Not quite evening, 3:20 p.m. Okay, well, good afternoon. All right, let's see. We'll put this stuff over here. Over here, over here. So my husband was cleaning out a drawer in our kitchen that had tea towels in it. And he never liked these tea towels I purchased quite some time ago. And he said, we never use these. Oh, thanks, Andrea. It's like, first of all, my bridge was loose again. And the little assistant said to the doctor, her teeth are loose, the upper left. And he says, well, they're not probably really loose. It's probably that bridge that's loose on the end. It's probably not the teeth. It's probably just the bridge. And the little gal said, well, she said her teeth are loose. And I said, well, they feel loose. My teeth feel loose to me. Well, a lot of times people think they're loose, but it's just the bridge that's loose or somewhere, and he's going on. So he looks in my mouth and he goes, "Oh, yeah, they're all loose. That's not good." You can't make this stuff up, okay? So that was the first part of the ordeal. And then he gave me, I think I had 3 shots of Novocaine and I still felt everything. Okay. I wish I was born as a tea towel. Oh, it's just, they're really, it's like you have 2 people, their hands are in your mouth and they're yanking your lip, and then I've got the TMJ thing, so the jaw sore, it's just, but I can speak. I can speaketh. All right, so the tea towel, there were 3 of them. I have 3. I don't know where I put the 3rd one. But this is the tea towels my husband never liked. Now, our home in the past has been really primitive, like primitive country. He's kind of moving away from that look, but I still love it. Anyway, it's an olive green tea towel with this cute little patch on it. This one says believe, the other one says simplify, and I don't know what the 3rd one says. I shoved that somewhere. It's buried. I don't know where I put it. But I could not put this in the Goodwill bag. Okay, so I thought, how cute might this look as a journal cover? So, oh, yes, sorry, it's going by really quickly. Oh, that's an idea, Joni. I could do that. Anyway, I thought maybe I might put this on my napkin journal, but when I laid it on there, it just looks so darling. I think I'll save this for like a journal. Anyway, so this is the tea towel that I may fuss with at some point. I don't know. I don't know about today. I was thinking just getting a book cover. Oh, I have autofocus off and it just keeps jumping. I know. I keep apologizing for it, but I just don't know how to fix it. All right. So I think I might use some of the fabric that I pulled out, that I just bought, rather than that tea towel per se. I have gutted a lot of, I started to say earlier, I've gutted a lot of books, and I thought I might like to use one of those to use the tea towel. But on quick look this morning, because I slept late, okay, I kept hitting the snooze on my alarm. So for this one, just a quick little, I just got some kind of eclectic, pages that I gathered that I liked and just made to one signature deal. It's got a couple of pockets. And like I said, I used this paper, and I think I glued the dyed paper and just glued it to a piece of cardstock. Barbara says the only things which go in the Goodwill bag is stuff going out of Goodwill. Okay, I confess sometimes I drop stuff off. However, pound for pound, I bring home, yes. And sometimes I just, okay, I bought this roll of, it's a roll of plastic stuff for the overhead projector. It's a big old roll. It was like $2, I think. But at the time, I didn't know what drafting film was, and I didn't know if it could be like used as a type of drafting film to color and art on. And then I asked Kathy Arbor, and she said drafting film is like vellum. So no, on the overhead projector stuff. So I don't know if my daughter could use it. Her school supplies, I think, are probably a little more upscale than overhead projector stuff, but I have to think of it as a donation. So in all likelihood, that may go back to Goodwill. So true confession, sometimes I buy stuff and then it, it goes back to them. All righty. So I've got this little journal, and then I was digging through and I found these little dresses I made. So my hangers come in a little loosey-goosey there. So I'm gonna see if my glue gun is hot. So this is gonna be a quick journal. I'm gonna glue back down my hanger. Sophia says, I sound as bad as her dad. I'd persuade him to take stuff to the charity shop and he'd come home with yet more shirts and books. I know, it's awful. Yes, I made the little paper dresses. I was on a kick there for a while. G. Kerr makes these. Oh, I'm sure a lot of people make them. I haven't made one in a long time. But in true Lori fashion, when I made them, I made quite a few. Overkill. So, and of course they kind of go together, so I'm just thinking I'll put them both on the cover. Bevy has made them. I don't know if I know Bevy. So Sophia's stuff. I can just, but this is a pink shirt and it was only £1. Do you know how much these cost at Regent Street? Yes, Dad, but one man doesn't need 200 shirts. That's adorable. Okay. So I think I'm kind of liking it like this. So I think the easiest thing for me to do is just to hot glue this one down. Hot glue. And you got your hot glue. Now I was thinking it might be fun to put some stuffing on the outside of a journal, and that's what I was hoping to do with the gutted book cover, but I didn't find that, so I don't know if I'll do that today because I just don't. I think I have my other book covers buried in a box somewhere. All right, so I'm just gonna load this up with glue. Give a press. Heaven, I'm in heaven. And then let's put on the little one. Little one. Ah. Well, I don't think I wanted it down that low, but that's where it dropped. So that's where it's going to stay. Now I have my iron here because I think if I use some of that fabric, I'm going to need to iron it. So there's cover number 1. Cute, right? Cute. I could add little charms there on the bottom. On the bottom. Now this one, I think for the most part, it's covered. Sophie says, I'm hot glue challenge, not used it in years and years. Everything I've ever glued with it has eventually fallen apart. Yeah, I've had pretty much success with it, but see, I'm a former craft show junkie, and with my light bulbs, building their little hats and such, you tend to Well, at least I tend to. See, like this guy, my little Yoda baby, whatever his name is now. I know somebody said he has a name now. This is a incandescent light bulb. And so I painted some muslin, I think this was. But to get those ears on, it would just take me forever. Same with the hat. This is a sock, like a kid's sock. To use any other kind of glue, I would have to sit forever and hold it. So the hot glue gun, bam, it's on. And for that kind of thing, for me, in my life, the hot glue was a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. And then put pom-poms like for the snowman. I don't think I have a snowman here. Snowman or any of those character ones, Charlie Brown or any of those. They just, it just goes on better and quick. It's quick. All right, now I'm hoping that this, oh, thank you, Kathy. Let's see if I can, this has been on here a long time. Maybe I better heat this baby up. Sorry, girls. Between the plaid and the, let me see. Let me heat this up a little bit. See if I can, heat gun. Now, one year, I know I've shared this before. My sister worked for like 18 years at a Christian school. She taught fourth grade, and she would take in a tray of light bulbs for me. And this one lady, she had, oh gosh, oh, it's just a dotted, so I'm okay. Doesn't matter which way I go. She, it's just the dotted pages. Okay, cool. I think she had somewhere between 15 and 18 grandkids. And they each had a favorite animal that needs to be ironed. And I don't know if this is going to be enough to do a cover. Just really seeing what I have here. And oh my gosh, one of them wanted a teddy bear, one of them wanted a squirrel, one of them wanted a dragon. They all had a different favorite animal, so I had to do a light bulb for each. It's kind of dark. All right, so what might I have that I could, instead of this being so flat, what might I have that I could put underneath here to give that a little more character? We can think about that. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Unless you store, I would say to people, if people at Craft Shoes, if they asked me, oh, thanks, Barbara. I thought maybe you were going for a waddle. Oh, a gate closure. Oh, that sounds cool, but you gave me an idea. I have a gate die. I could cut out a gate and make it, not a gate, a fence. I have like a picket fence. That might look cute on there. Okay, so that's a thought. And of course, I'm thinking maybe some some, what you call it? So, oh, that might look cute. Some, I always think of Dirty Gauze first instead of the real name. Thank you, Keisha Marie. You all know what I mean. Cheesecloth. Goodness me, I don't know why I can't ever. Oh, he might look, maybe that's what I had intended. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to think about that for a little bit. All right, so let's start. Now I have my Fabri-Tac here. And let me get out my, yeah, you got it, Marty, cheesecloth. What is Elmer's glue all like? Is that a good glue to glue fabric down on paper? Does anyone know? I have a big tub of that. Of course, I have my Golden Matte Medium too. Of course, that's going to come through because it's, the fabric's porous. Oh, Gail, welcome back. No, I didn't notice. Chat was flying by. Phew. I'm glad you're able to get back in. We're having a very lovely day here. All right, I need to get cracking on something. So this is the plain one. Marty uses fabric glue yeah, it's such a pain to get it out of this container. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to lay it on its side. That might help a little bit. All right, I might have to boot up. The old. Now, see, I'm just wondering. Okay, Flo's going to go to lurk mode. I'm wondering how this would look if I just put, it's kind of big. If I covered this with, oh gosh, where do I have some of that? APG Jamie's here. How are you doing, Jamie? You weren't feeling so well there for a little bit either. Are you back to feeling normal? Well, I mean, as normal as we get. I hope you're feeling better. Okay, Barbara's got something brewing on the stove. Oh, bummer. It's not eco. Back. Was her back? Her sacroiliac doing okay? Hanging in there? Yes. Probably as normal as we can be. Got it. I got you there. Well, I'm glad you are on the mend anyway. Okay, so if I was thinking if I covered this with some kind of like brown paper, and then I could put a little bit of this on the journal cover. This may be a bit too big. So Jamie says yes to the Elmer's glue off fabric paper. Oh, okay. Thanks, sweetie. That's great because I have a big. All right. Ooh, Kathy, I learned a technique to do on empty eggs called. Yeah, I can't say that word. So that might be a little too big for the front of that one. I don't know why I bothered to fold up all this fabric. See, because after I cover it, I can then put other stuff on top of it. And I don't want to go way overboard with these little journals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, girls? You know what I'm saying? What if I just do this one purplish? And then I could trim it out with a little bit of lace. All right, so I'm a terror. I'm not a measurer. So I want enough to come over the edge. Marty, you may have to look away because this may be a little too loosey-goosey. All right, let's see here. See, now because of the spine, I don't know if I can tuck down. Of course, I could trim it and we could see. All right, fabric scissors. Here we go. Here we go, loop-de-loop. Here we go, loop-de-lie. Okay. Okay, thanks, Jamie. Thanks for letting me know about the glue all. I appreciate that. I think I might go that route. Okay, let's see. I want enough to wrap. See, sometimes I don't have enough to wrap. Okay, Kathy A is going to go do some drawing and lurk. Very good. Anything in particular, Kathy? Miss Nosy Face Lori wants to know what you're going to be drawing. Oh, this tears very nicely. Very nice. Later, Gator. Okay. I'll spend the afternoon. Birds. Oh, lovely. Cool. Okay. So. Now this is stitched. I think my husband's outside talking to the dog. See, I still don't have a, well, I've got an awful lot here. Let's move this away. Who the heck he's chatting with? See what I'm saying? Like this part here, because it's stitched in. But if I cut that, I don't know. I think he's talking to a neighbor. I don't know. I hope you can't hear him. You guys probably can't hear him. Now the thing is, and I think once I put the glue on and I stretch that and smush it, stretch and smush, it's going to be okay. So I think the wiser thing to do is probably to cover these pages with something, right? Because I tend to be messy. I had a piece of plastic. All right. You can't hear them? Okay, thanks, Marty. I think it's our neighbor a couple houses down. This man is in his 80s, and he never stops. He's always in the garden, and I don't know, in the heat, like in the heat of the summer with all that hot, oh my goodness. He was out working in his yard. little safari hat. All right, I just want to cover. Of course, that doesn't take care of that part of it, does it? Whoop, whoop, whoop. I know I had a little plastic bag. Here we go. This might even be better if I slit the edge, slit the side. Okay. I'm covering my pages so I don't get glue, Marty, because I know myself. I don't want my pages to get all gluey. See, now I'm a little more clever than I give myself credit for. See, this has got that little sticky part on the bottom here. So once I cover those pages and slip that on, it's like it's a bag. I can pull this up and it keeps it tight. Whoop, 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 whoop. She's a genius. No, she's not. She's not really. Okay. Elmer's Glue All. That is the next trick, trying to get that out of its storage space. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that's right. Then I'm going to need a glue brush. So what I'm going to do, this is one of my other finds at Goodwill. All these little trays to serve a little snack on, I'm using them as palettes. Oh, a silent movie. That would be fun. I loved theme streams. All right, so let's put out a little glue all. That's more than a little. I keep thinking that song, She's a Woman. She's a woman. All right, let's get a ratty brush here. That's ready to go into the glue bin. And I've got a little piece of, okay, so I'm just going to paint this on my cover. And then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it and then press it down. And I'm going to be generous. The wheels are spinning. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Okay. Get a nice amount on here. Lovely. Now Gail must go to her chiropractor appointment. She'll probably be gone about 45 minutes, but she needs to do it. Okay. Oh, Marty, a family funeral. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so I think that's... Okay. Get cracking, Gail. Gosh, I haven't been to a chiropractor in years. I'm the kind of patient that when you do go, I'll get real dizzy because, you know, I haven't had an adjustment in so long. if I hit this with my heat gun a little bit, if that would help, you know, it to adhere a tad. Now I'm flipping it over, and I'm going to glue the back side. Nothing like glue in the back side. Your hubby's at the chiropractor now? That entered the twilight zone. Okay, this stuff is nice and thick. I bought it to, I think I did some kind of a mixture that Tanya McGuire has a recipe for, where you need some glue all. All right, I'm pulling that as tight as I can. Now, of course, I can feel that glue coming through the fabric. So my hands are a little sticky. A little sticky. Gosh, this is really cute fabric. I don't know if you can tell, but it's real nice and pale, and you can see some blue in there and the purples. It's very nice. Yeah, it's got a little bit that came through. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun just a little bit. Heat gun. Now I think I'm going to set this aside and let this dry just a little bit to kind of set up before I start to mess around and try to tuck my side in. Of course, I didn't think about where I was going to put these to dry. Right, it's not in your face purple, which of course I don't mind, but I think the labels, most of these were marked 2019 prints. Okay, so let's try this sketchbook one. And I think I want to put this printed. Call from Speedway Hunter. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Oh, my husband got it. That's the neighbor he was just talking to. I don't know what they were chatting about, but this is that on the edge it says Paris or something. But that's kind of boy, I really like that edge piece with that writing. You know, years ago I wouldn't really is Barbara back? Barbara, what's on your stove? That's what I want to know. Barbara says, whenever I get laryngitis, my husband smiles at me and claps and claps and claps his hands. We're not amused. Okay. I'm going to do like I did before. Now, it would be nice if I put some puffy stuff on here. You know, like a felt or something. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to take the phone out. Maybe I should do that. Well, because the cover, and this is just my napkin journal. It's just, you know, I want something a little cuter. So I'm going to go with this. See, I was thinking if I can't find my bin that has my nice felt pieces in it. You know, where you could, remember years ago, people used to make like baby books and such, and they would puff up the sides. But I don't think I really need to do this for my napkin journal. So I'm just going to glue it right onto the side of the, probably should be foam too, I guess, if I was going to puff it. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea. So I want a little bit of an overhang. And what did Lori do? There they are with her scissors. I think this print may be upside down right this second, but I will see if I can figure that out. And now I want to wrap it. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. See, I'm working in a small space, of course, because I have jazz all around me. Major jazz. And the black cover underneath, you know, that's not too bad, actually. All right, I'm going to have extra here, but that's okay. I have plenty. Plenty. Now, I think I cut the other end. I'm not sure. I haven't really done anything in my napkin journal in a while either. Was Vanessa not well either? It's his lucky day. When you lose your voice, it's his lucky day. Yeah, here we go. Puff the magic dragon. She's been sick a while? Oh, Vanessa, how are you feeling? Oh, man, girls. Okay, let me check this. I might have to put on my other glasses. Yeah, I think that's upside down. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's this way. And I'm going to do this basically the same way. Vanessa says she's getting better. Excellent. Good to hear. Good to hear. I've got a lot of overhang. That's okay. So for anybody that's just coming in, I'm using Elmer's Glue All. And I'm just taking fag on the top of my stove. Love potion number 9. She bent down and turned around and gave me a wink and said, I'm going to make it up right here in the sink. Okay, just onions in a pan on a low temp. Ooh. When we had our international students that lived with us, and my husband would make steak, he would do the onions to eat on top, and our one little girl from China, she would just eat them as a side dish. I mean, they are just so delicious. The Love Potion number 9 song's not coming to my head. All right, this is kind of big to wrap the pages. inside to protect them. I did have some pieces of, but I might have thrown those out. I had some pieces of freezer paper, but I don't see them here. So I'm just going to grab just some plain paper to protect any spillage that I might have. All right. Maybe I don't have enough glue out. I thought maybe I put out too much glue. So I'm just painting it on. And I'm using this little snack tray kind of thingy that's ceramic. I've been using it for a paint palette. And then I just thought, oh, I could put my glue on there. So I could peel it off when it dries or just take it to the sink instead of dumping everything on my glass work mat here on my desk surface. Because that's, I mean, you can clean it, but it's for me personally, it's annoying to clean. I'd rather be able to take it to the sink. Okay. Now I've been saving my, if you will, Timmy trash to make a junk journal with it. I was thinking about doing that today, but I don't know where I put it. Sugar. That's okay, Marty. She says she's feeling better. I just threw them on whatever slop. Oh my gosh, I bet you're a really good cook. I don't think you serve slop. Okay. Pulling that snuggly wuggly and just flattening it out. This is probably not the way to cover a book, but I didn't watch a video. I know they get so sweet, right? So sweet. We've gone down to visit my aunt and uncle in North Carolina many years ago now. My uncle is passed on, and they were making steak, and my uncle, my husband does his in the microwave because my husband's all about quick and whatever's easier. It tastes the same to him. So, and it does. I mean, it tastes fine. And they get caramelized in the microwave. You still have to fuss after them, just do them couple of minutes and then stir them. But my uncle had a huge pan on the stove in a skillet and very lovingly, was turning them and tossing the onions. And that's the first time we had them like that. We've been making them ever since. They were delicious. Of course, I think my uncle used Vidalias, but we just use, sometimes we have Bermudas, but we just use like a regular yellow onion, and they turn out really yummy as well. But we like onion soup too. That's how I do my onions for my onion soup. My grandmother made what she called a French onion soup, but instead of beef broth, which is not really what I cared for, she did the chicken broth, which was my favorite because that's what she made. And oh my gosh, it turns out really good. Okay. So I'm just I painted the spine with the glue, and I just want to make sure it gets in those little creases. and kind of glues down. I guess I could paint it on the outside too. I don't know if I am not getting it to stick there. It kind of looks like there's a couple of spots where it's not really stuck down. This will really make it messy, but I don't want it to come off either. Does anybody know if this is a good idea or a bad idea? I'm painting it on the outside as well. Junie, I bought a bunch of, do you know the name of yarn called Hobbii? Hobbii. I had bought a bunch of their cotton because you know how the, anybody that crochets or really knits, we have, at least here in the States anyway, you have that peaches and cream cotton thread yarn. I don't, and people make washcloths out of it, like dishcloths and stuff, you know, for your sink. I don't care for it because it's heavy. So I discovered Hobbii has a thinner, they call it, I think they call it rainbow. And I had bought some to do some like coaster type things, you know, for your mugs and a couple other things. Well, I have a bunch of it left over, and I've always for years liked that. Do you girls know what I mean when I say, okay, it's like if you go to a, say like a country store, you call that sticky yarn. It just has a texture and sort of sticks. Yeah, I don't really care for it. But this is lovely. It's very soft. And when you crochet it up or knit it up, it's really, really soft. And it's really quite lovely. But you know what people, like if you go to a, okay, Vanessa says, okay, gotta run grandson out to school. Okay, Vanessa. They would have like little round discs, little round circles of say black felt, and then on top might be red, and then they like kind of blanket stitch that on, and then there might be a button in the center, and they were like yo-yos, and then they stitched them all together to make a runner on a table. I love that black and the bright color kind of a look. So I had all this extra cotton from Hobbii, and I thought, oh, well, of course I didn't have any black. Well, my niece has been knitting, and she's been knitting with a couple different companies, like knit up their patterns for them. So she was getting ready to place a Hobbii order, so I ordered some black, and I'm trying to make a little throw, like granny squares. They're just, well, they'll be small, but they're all going to have the black outside. So I'm waiting for my Hobbii order to come. Just add it to the list of things to do. But I just love this cotton because it's so soft. And of course, they call it rainbow. They've got every color under the rainbow. Oh, Hobbii's nice. McCary is a site, it's kind of like an eBay. I don't know if you girls have heard of it. And I've purchased several things from that site too. And sometimes you can get, it's not cheap. You can get some, yes, almost looks like stained glass. Yeah. Okay, so I'm letting this dry up a little bit. Maybe I'll use my heat gun. But I got a whole big lot of Hobie yarn that's, I mean, it's to die for. I don't know what I'll ever do with it, but there again, sometimes you know, you let stuff like that go. Barbara's phone just rang. It was the florist calling to ask if someone will be home between noon and 3. Well, duh, I never go anywhere. And you don't know who it's not your birthday or your anniversary, Barbara? I mean, is it something your husband would do? Like just, oh, my goodness. My husband went to school to be a florist. And so he never ever has sent flowers because, you know, they die. Okay, whatever. Heat gun. I don't want to know who those flowers are from. So we have all these bushes around our house. I was going to do a video and do a walk around, but all the flowers in the garden are kind of losing their fresh freshness, if you say. Was it a wrong? That's a wrong number. There's Marty, the realist. Snap us back to reality. Oh my gosh. Was it Marty that said it or was it Pam? I thought it was Marty. It was Pam, the realist. You used to work for a florist? I mean, it is true. But on a rare occasion in our married life have I gotten flowers because to him it's just silly. Anyway, okay, so I think that's dry enough where I can fuss with the back side now. I'm going to need a little more glue all. And I know that's hysterical. Oh, laughing so hard my side hurts. Well, if it is, enjoy them. So my sisters came over a couple of weeks ago and they were stopping to get lunch at a Wawa. And my youngest sister, and she would tell you at times she can be a little ditzy. And she was the blonde of the family, really. And she goes to Wawa, but mostly for coffee. She doesn't really order food that very often. So they put the food up. Well, maybe you don't know. If you don't have a Wawa, you don't know. You order your food, and there's a number on your little ticket. You go pay for your food, and then, oh, I didn't flip my. Let's just cover those pages. You go pay for your food. They give you your receipt back, and then once you pick your food up with your order number on it, you put your little receipt in the basket. So in some ways, it's a honor system, right? So we had ordered some, I think a couple of sandwiches, and I forget what my youngest sister ordered. I don't know that she got a sandwich. But anyway, they come in the house and they've got all these bags, we're ready to eat some lunch. Oh yeah, we're all excited, And there's this other bag and we're like, what's this? So we open the bag and here it's a little container of meatballs and then another container of mashed potatoes. Well, we didn't order that. And I said, how do we get this? Well, here, oh look, you can see my label through there. We'll have to fix that. We have to She said, well, they said the number and they put these bags up. She said, I just thought they were all here. We stole somebody else's lunch. Okay. So I never had a Wawa meatball before, and they were good. Sounds like we have another book to write and illustrate. Yes, we do. Who would send flowers? Inquiring minds. The florist verified our address and name, so there's no error. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Maybe you could call back, Barbara, and ask who they're from. Maybe it's a surprise from your hubby. Would he do that? Or could it be like a business person, sending a little thank you? Ooh, I hope you get them while we're still on. We probably won't be. Oh yeah, Barbara's got a good disposition. Good disposition. To see humor in life. All right, heat gun, a little bit of heat gun. Now, really, this book did not need to be covered, right? But why not cover it if I can? To make it look, yummy. Yummy. All right, so we're going to put this one aside. Let that set up a little bit. And let's see if I move because I don't have an ironing board, I just put down a towel to iron on top of. Now let's just see. That still is a little damp. I wonder if I can work with it. Okay, let's push a few things out of the way. Secret admirer. It just has a wonderful ring to it, does it not? Secret admirer. All right, so I think I want to cut here, even if it gets frayed a little bit. Yeah, I don't do that much with fabric that I would have to iron to have one set up all the time. So I usually on my kitchen counter, I just put down, I have a designated little hand towel. And I just plug in the iron and go. And my husband does his own ironing of his shirts. Lori doesn't iron. I told you before several times. You may not believe me, a resident slug. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So I'm just snipping this down to where I can fold this in. Right? Now this may not, I may have to use a clamp. Clamp. I see. Throw it over and I'll press it for you. Yeah, no. My mom's mom. My mom grew up in Philadelphia. And she grew up in a neighborhood called Kensington. And my grandmother loved to iron, and she would iron and then hang what she ironed outside for the neighbors to see. What a great job she did. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that down and pull this in. And I'm pulling that tight there. Now I'm going to need a little more glue under here. I understand that. But I want to get this pulled in and stuck down. I know, right, Barbara? I'm like, she did what? Yep. My mom said she would iron for hours. I think she probably ironed for ladies that were, kind of well off, like a little job to make some extra money. You like to iron, Kathy? I like to iron, but I like to iron paper or, art fabric. Clothing? And no, not so much. Not so much. I should have probably angled these going forward. I think I'm going to snip the other side on an angle so I have a laid down that's a little better. And because see, now I got to cover the inside here, which will add to the sturdiness of my cover. And see, now I probably could iron that, right? Once this dries. Hey, that stuck down pretty good. I'm telling you what. APG Jamie knows what she's talking about. Yes, she does. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. I don't even think I need to put a clip on that. Savia says her Tina's discovered ironing. She loves it. And if you leave anything lying down for more than a minute, she whisks off with it. I loathe ironing, so I'm letting her get on with it. Oh my gosh. God bless her. That's wonderful. Oh, you're one of those. Jamie is a rock star. That's wonderful, Safia. How old is your teen? Is she, too young to know better? Yeah, we used to iron hair too. All right, I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Put my glue down. On my 3 sides. Now I have to think about what I have paper-wise or wallpaper-wise that would go on the 17. Oh, yeah, so I was thinking maybe 13. Yeah, so, all right. She's going to be a lifer. That's fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. My son at one point, he had been out of the house, had his own home, and had some roommates that didn't. Oh, sorry, girls, that didn't really work out. So he came back home for a little while, and he was working for one of the telephone companies, cell phone companies, and of course had to wear a shirt and tie every day. And they didn't come out of the wash machine, in great shape. And yeah, too much white for sure. Safi says, I won't let her iron all our washing, but she's busily doing all her bed linens, towels, and begging us for anything. Oh, God bless her. That's wonderful, though, really. It's great to find something you enjoy. Maybe not. So my son, had this job where he had to have a shirt and tie on every day. Yeah, Mama's not ironing those shirts, baby. Barbara, you're Your plethora of music knowledge just never ceases to amaze me. Really. You are unbelievably amazing. Okay, so now this one I'm gonna let's sit. I wonder if I should iron those corners down once that glue dries. I'll be happy to take any words of wisdom as far as ironing the corners down on these on this here book. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. What else do I have here? Oh, it feels so good getting some of this stuff done. Okay, so here's this one. Now, I really shouldn't need to cover these pages because I'm probably not going to use this book. I'm probably going to see now this kind of has a little puffiness to it. So there's some kind of padding under there. And this does have a slick surface, but it is a little cruddy. I'm going to see if I can. I mean, I love a lot. A jukebox human, right? Kathy says, I was ironing Andy's farm jeans and he asked why I didn't iron Daddy's, and I said he didn't like them. Andy asked if I stopped doing his. He didn't like the holes in his jeans ironed either. Hey, until they tell you, you don't know. Well, when I was newly married, I started to iron, but see, it's the same old thing. I wasn't doing the right. My husband was selling carpet and, of course, wore shirt and tie. And I wasn't ironing them right. And I had to get a lesson of how to put them on the ironing board. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Have at it. And that was the end of that. My husband's very self-sufficient. Went to make the lunches when I was first married. Well, I can do that myself. You don't have to do that. Okay. Done. And then we had, of course, the washing of the windows and all that jazz, Didn't do that properly either. Don't do that anymore. Resident slug. Okay, Savia has a question for us. If she wants to paint or glue paper to a plastic container, a good scuff with sandpaper should be enough to get it to stick, yes? I don't think his mother trained him. I think it's just who he is. His parents had a home in Florida. We lived in Pennsylvania. He lived in Pennsylvania. And at an early age, they would go to Florida for a week or so, and he would stay home, get himself on the school bus or whatever. Now, he was the youngest of 3, 5 years in between him and his 10 years between him and his brother, 5 between him and his sister. And, the parents would go to Florida. And, oh, gesso, that's a good idea, Marty. Yeah, I would think roughing it up would work, but maybe you could do a test on a similar type of plastic. Oh, there's Carol. There's CB. Hi, CB. If that isn't enough, try a coat of gesso first. Yeah, the girls are saying gesso. And so he would have to cook his meals and stuff, or else he'd be hungry. Of course, his sister, I think, probably might have been around for some of that, but didn't really. She would invite friends over, and they would be wanting to have a drinking party. Well, my husband didn't like that. Of course, he was young then. you know. He would lock the liquor cabinet and hide the key. Made his sister crazy. Okay. Anywho. All right. So I don't think I need any extra padding on this. This is a little slick, but there again, I don't know that I need to, but I got the crud off. And a little dust. Doesn't really feel like it's. Now, that fabric that I have is kind of on the light side. So I don't know. Let's see. What might I want to cover this with out of my new purchases? Yeah, see, you're gonna see through that. So I'm wondering if maybe I should paint. This might look cute. The butterfly or the hydrangea might look on. Let's put a coat of paint. So let me put, let's see, what do I have here? That's easily, I wonder if I should put, oh my gosh, pumice stone on the heels would feel so good. Bahama Blue. That one's not open yet. Let's see here. Shoreline. Here's some Bahama Blue. Let's sit that upside down. Maybe some of that'll drip. All right. Sophia says, I'll be right back. Okie doke. Let's see. I need something to protect these pages. That's not quite big enough. Oh, stink. Oh, I know. I'll just go grab a piece of, I've got some, I don't know where I got this paper. It's larger than 8.5 by 11. Doesn't fit in my printer. Of course, it too is white. I think this will. I just know I tend to be a little messy. So, I guess this is, well, this might just fit. I know. You know what? I'm not really a sweater person because I'm usually warm. But Kathy, I was thinking earlier, gosh, I might have to put on a sweater today. Okay. So let's see. I had some. I don't know if I can find the end of this. I was thinking some washi tape to hold that paper in place. I mean, it's nice and sunny here. It is lovely. Of course, now I'm wondering what, Sophia, what kind of container you're covering. See, I'm just so freaking nosy sometimes. I don't know. You have, well, yeah, where you are, yeah. I mean, it was, oh my goodness, 85, 88 the other day. And I think it's going to, we're not over our warm spells yet either here. We'll have a day here or there. We had a little bit of rain yesterday. Not a lot, but a little bit. It was lovely. And so now it's cooled off just a little. Oh. 57 where Marty is. Fallville. Soon it'll be 51 below, so Barbara is not complaining. Baby, it's cold out there. Baby, it's cold out there. Do. Okay, I was painting. That's what I was going to do. All right, so let me get my brush and my glue. And now I need a brush to cover this. It's one of my favorite wintry Christmas songs. Do 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 do. Button up your overcoat. You belong to me. Take good care of yourself. You belong to me. Ooh, this is a lovely color. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I think I paid $1.49 for this little book at the Goodwill. Prices at the Goodwill have gone up around here. Kathy has sweats and a t-shirt, socks, sweater, quilt. It's 54 degrees out. I'm a big gal, so I tend to hold my heat. Take good care of yourself. You belong to me. Oh my goodness, that's a pretty color. Heat gun. I like the idea of wearing a sweater and bundling up. Wait a minute, Barb, I'll check. I think it is. I'm going to put a second coat. But I'm just always too hot in a sweater. It's a Deco Art Americana. Bahama Blue. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let me ask you gals that are here. Okay. On Thursdays, Ann Laura opens up a room on Facebook, and they just leave it open. The girls come and go. You go in, and it's really lovely. You can chat. You work on whatever you want to work on. And I think Ann says she leaves it open. I think most days they're there anywhere from like 10 in the morning to say like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, right? Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. And I mean, I know how to open a room, but I don't know how to advertise opening a room. But I'm just wondering, would anybody be interested in something like that? Because sometimes I just feel like crafting, but just not, or arting and not being by myself, but it's like later in the day, you know? Now, Barbara, I know you don't do Facebook. So what about like, I guess we could do, like, a Zoom, right? We could do a Zoom thing. Would anybody be interested in that if, say, like, one night a week, open a room just for people to come in and out and chat? Hey, GL, good morning. You would like that? 'Cause it's nice, right, JL, at Ann's? But sometimes in the evening, I feel like doing that. Okay, wait a minute. Why is she tearing up? What did Joni say? I had a flashback listening to you sing of how often my oh, just start humming and singing a few bars just like you were. She played the double organ at church and hummed the oh, Joni, that's a sweet memory. Oh, yeah. My mother would do this all the time. Like kinda a little cray cray. So then I can maybe just let a few of you know, and we could see how it goes from there. Like, I have to figure out the Zoom thing. Like, with my new, art oh, okay, JL, that's great to know. Cool. Gail, you're back already? Cool. I gotta get moving here. Zoom would be a hoot, right? Because you could do that, right, Barbara? You know what? The thought just popped into my mind. So if, you gals wanna let me know, like, what evening or evenings, even if it's for a couple hours, most days, of course, going into the fall, my husband's gonna be watching his shows, and welcome back, Vanessa. I, I'm not into that, so I might wanna come out and just craft or art for a couple of hours. That's cool, Gail. You didn't get hung up there. I hope you're feeling limba. So if we did that, and I had a list of you that I knew were interested, I could just say, "Okay, I'm opening up a room in a half an hour if you can be there." So either in this chat or if you want to private message me on Instagram or message me on Facebook if you have that, or leave a comment on this video, like what night or nights and what time frame um, might work for you as far as getting together to just have an evening art out, might be fun, right? So let me know, and then maybe I can plan to do something like that because it's not a big deal. Like I just downloaded some kind of Zoom app or something. Um, on my computer so I can do my, color pencil. Oh, it does, Gail? Oh, alright, so that may not be a way to go. Okay, so let's think about this. Yeah, because Facebook is free, but I want Barbara to be able to come. Alright, so look, but just give me the information. Thanks, Gail. That's good to know. Um, Give me information as far as if you're interested, you wanna be on the list. Yeah, I think you are right about that. But I wonder if my husband's business has an account where they would let us I don't know, Barbara, can you do StreamYard? I'll talk to Barbara, see what she can, because StreamYard would work too. Um, so I just wanna include Barbara because I love her. I love her, and I know she doesn't do Facebook. Oh, that's a good point, Gail. I hadn't even thought about that. Well, see, I don't know a lot about Zoom. That's just the first thing I thought because I know Barbara doesn't do Facebook. So I was thinking, how we can do it. So just let me know who would be interested and, no commitment. It would be like, I'm ready to I'll have my people call your okay, baby. Um, of course, yes, we definitely want Barbara. Barbara, did those flowers show up yet? Just wondering. Okay, this is not dry yet. So if we could do that, and like I said, no commitment, like like Ann does. You know what? Yeah, I have the StreamYard account too. StreamYard's not an issue. That'd be great. It's just if Barbara, you're here for StreamYard, then you should be able to do StreamYard, right? But we can chat. And if you can come in and I'm there by myself, I'm there by myself, or if somebody can pop in, cool. It's just that sometimes I sit here, especially in the fall when my husband starts watching his TV shows that I'm not interested in. Um, I just come out here and I think, oh gosh, or like Kathy Arbor was saying, okay, so Kathy Arbor was on yesterday painting. She did this amazing little apples in a basket, right? She's working on those, and Devin was there, and Devin had to go because she was having a friend was coming to do an art time together. And Kathy said, "Oh, I wish I had a friend art date, or something like that." And I said, "Yeah, me too." I mean, because I don't have anybody close to me or in my community that I know here that, is into arting, and it's just fun to hang out and chat and work on something, get something done. So when I am at my desk and it might be like after dinner hour, early evening, um I just went into Ann's the other morning. I guess was it last Thursday? First of all, I always forget. Second of all, I don't know, I'm busy doing stuff kind of in and out during the day or whatever, and I don't sit down and like art. So I was thinking, oh, an evening thing might be good or might be fun, you know. We're talking about opening up some kind of a room in the evening hours, maybe once a week, where we could pop in and out and um oh, Barbara's wondering if we could do a group FaceTime or WhatsApp. Yeah, see, I don't now see I have WhatsApp, but I don't know. I guess that I never worked that before. Well, there are different avenues we could do. Maybe Barbara and I will chat because I want to make sure we include Barbara. It's easy for her to pop in if she'd like. But there again, no pressure. It would just be, I think StreamYard, that's one of the reasons I said Zoom or like Facebook. I don't know if there's a limit. StreamYard, I think I could only have maybe what, 6 in or 8 in, something like that. WhatsApp is a is an app where you can connect and chat, text, message back and forth. Okay, Marty, have a great day. Um, and a lot of international people use it. That's what I communicate with my bonus son on. And I don't know why he likes that. Well, that's a thought too, Barbara. So we can chat about it and see what we can figure out. But then now that I know some of you gals are interested, I'll work out something and come up with a plan, you know, and then we could do it that way. Because Zoom, there's no limit as far as how many people, right? Of course, we would all be many, but that's really not the issue. It's not like we need to see, you know, close up. Of course, I guess maybe you can do a close up, but it's mostly just to chat and, you know, spend time together working on something and just not being by yourself, you know, that kind of thing. All right, well, it's 10 of, and let's face it, I'm not going to get this one done today. I'm going to paint the other side, and then I'm just going to put some fabric on like I did the others, and then I might decorate um, this somehow to, try to make it look cute. Yeah, Gail said she's gonna have to set up on her tablet, but there again, Gail, um, it's mostly if you think about it, it's mostly just to chat and interact as long as we can hear you. And then if it's like somebody wants to show something in particular and you just are looking at one person, like, see, I don't know anything about that as far as Zoom. That's all stuff we'd have to figure out. And we could try it. If it doesn't work, then we could try a different tactic. I mean, what Anne has set up, it was really nice, works really well, and it's nice to have that option. And if you haven't stopped in, JL can speak to this. If you haven't um, had a chance to stop in and visit Anne when she has her room open, it's really quite lovely and nice. This would be an evening thing, for those of us who might be more prone to want to do a little arting in the evening. So, yeah, I don't know how to manipulate it either. So it all would be a learning curve. Right. So instead of typing, because you can't, that's a lot of times why I lurk. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know about all that technical stuff. Those of us who have craftsomnia. Exactly, Joni. So the thing is, I don't know how all of it would work out. It's just an idea for like some of us, as my mother would call me, a night owl. And wouldn't necessarily be that late. I'm just saying, sometimes I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, it would be nice. And like my girlfriend in Colorado, sometimes hey, Connie Dunn, sometimes she's open to do stuff, but she's 2 hours different and she's watching grandbabies and, she has a life. She's active in her community and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think it would be late night. Maybe once in a while, Gail, but I'm talking like maybe after a dinner hour. Of course, time zones, would play into that, but it would be like, you come and go as you can or as you feel, even if you just drop in to say hello. So I'm going to do a second coat on here and work on my other covers that we worked on today. Let me see. I should probably put my paintbrush in water here. This is going to blur out. So we have this little one that I put my hydrangea fabric on, and I think I might try to iron those corners. So just press them down a little bit, and then I've got to come up with an inside cover. So I've got that one. And I'm trying to keep this one is my napkin journal. So this is still drying. So I need to come in and do my corners on this one. So I can work on these. So I just want this to dry well so it sticks to that book surface. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure about that one. I might have to push that a little bit more or add a little more of the glue. But APG Jamie said, the glue wall would be a good thing to use, and so far it's working out really nice. Okay, so if I don't get up and do it, just lay there thinking about doing it. I'm going to do it. I will do it. Look at it. How will it feel? What colors will you use? You get it. Yeah. Connie, I'm just on my way out because Lena should be coming on after me and stream. I'm going to grab some lunch. And yeah, so that's it for me today, my sweet friends. And so I'm going to just kind of work on these, I think. And thanks for being here. Thank you to my mods. I appreciate you so very much. And I'm glad Vanessa's feeling better. Kathy's starting to feel better. So that's all good. And anyone have a link for it's Lena. It's Miss Lennox 2010. I don't know how quickly the girls might be able to. So she's on YouTube. I can pop in what she's called, Vanessa. I'm not good at finding the links. Let's see. She's Miss, I think it's LENXUS 2010. Is she not? Gail says she'll find it. I don't think I have the Lennox. I don't think I have the yeah, it's LINU. Yeah. There it is. Thanks, Gail. Gail, I should make you a mod. If you're opposed to me making you a mod, you have to let me know. Otherwise, maybe when I'm in YouTube, I'll make you a mod. That would be great if you wouldn't mind doing that for me. That would be swell. All right, so I'm out. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. And I'll see you all soon. I see. I can't tell. I know I was thinking about it, but I can't tell because and I couldn't tell from the link, the way the link looks, because I'm on StreamYard. And I can't see it. I didn't turn my phone on today. I apologize, my dear Gail. Yeah, StreamYard it's good, and it's, in some ways it's not perfect. So, all right, thanks so very much. Take care. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye-bye.